Hang on a sec. I don't know what's going on here. Evening, everyone. Disorganised tonight. Hello, Hugh. All right, mate? Forgot what I was doing. What am I doing? I think I was doing learning outcomes. Yeah. Hi, Anthony. Hello, mate. Good to see you. I will be posting this on the Driving Instructors events page. Lucky old them. That's coming up shortly. Hello, Sarah, Michael, Philip. Pleased to see you all here. I don't know why my picture's so. I mean, like I've got half the wall in it. Let's see if I can change that a little bit. Is that any better? Okay. Got a thumbs up. So, Kevin, good evening to you. I'll just say hello to a few people. Well, we're up to 16 already. Good evening, Kevin. The number of people watching your video is increasing. 10 people are watching the video. Evening, Sarah. Hi, Martin. How are we all doing? Are we doing good? I'm going to be just chatting about learning outcomes shortly. Nick Watson's in. Good evening, Michael Brown. Hiya. Mentor DS. Good man. You're in. Yeah. Julie Craig. Hugh Davies. Good evening, Graham. Good evening, Hugh. All the way from Wales. Hello, Nick. Emma Johnson's in. It's cracking along nicely. We're doing very well, so I will start shortly. Hello, Phil. Oh, I'll give it a few more minutes because I'll spend all my time going, hello, how are you? I'll tell you what I'll do while people are joining. What I've been up to? Oh, well, this week actually, Monday. Well, actually, I'll tell you what. I'll just go the weekend. What I do? Saturday, I finished off a trainer course. Sunday, did a standards check training day. That went really well. Really pleased with it. Play, give, smile. Yes. Is the 30th in Sheffield for your standards check training day? Is that a Monday, Phil? I'm not doing dates at the moment. So, yes. If it is, are you coming? You're welcome. Where was I? So, brain's not working. Oh, yeah, Monday. Drove home from Glasgow, took all bloody day. Went to see my mum. She fell over and smashed her face in, ended up in A&E. Oh, life. But spent all day Tuesday catching up, as you do. Wednesday, I've just done my PowerPoint presentation. It's not too long. For the Business Summit on Sunday in Nottingham or Mansfield or wherever it is. Looking forward to catching up with you, some of you Saturday night. That'd be good for, I will be having a glass of sparkling water. Okay. I might have 2 glasses of sparkling water. All right. Thank you, Kevin, for sharing it. Right, let's get stuck into this then. Learning outcomes. Vanessa's in. If you're going to give a lesson to anyone at all, you need to know what are they learning. Yeah, they need to know what are they learning. Oh, Susan McCormack's got out of her deathbed to join. Well, actually, she's probably still in it. She's just watching it on her phone. Yes. Chris Benstead. Oh no, he's just PMing me about something. Sorry, that just popped up on my phone. Look, some of you are probably not used to goal setting, and I've probably discussed. Evening, Di. Hello, Vanessa. And I'll probably discuss goal setting and using smart, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely goals. Having coaching conversations with your pupils. But if you're not very good at it, at least set aims and objectives. aims, generally speaking. Hello, Mark. I'm well. I hope I'm well. I've been working with the dead and the dying all week, so I hope they ain't passed it on to me. So if you can't set goals, you should set aims and objectives. Aims are just really the topic, yeah. And you can always use that with goal setting, because you can use the topic to help set the goal. And objectives, we'll make it easy. Objectives, if you set them, yeah, and get their agreement, worst ways, yeah, they should be measurable. And one of the two ways to measure anything, whether it's the goal or the objective, goals just instructor led. Objectives are instructor led, goals are client led, and we should be practicing our goal setting. Evening, Brian, over in Somerset, mate. Nice of you to join. So things should be measurable. So demonstration on their own proves some degree of measurability. Where were they at the beginning? Where were they at the end? Explanation, if it's about theoretical knowledge, getting them to explain their theory will help, or even getting them to explain what they're going to do will help. That way you have an idea whether they're learning. Because what we're looking for learning, and this is the problem that I sometimes have, learning is about being independent. And if we look at it traditionally, and I don't even know it too well, but it goes something like full instruction. Then from full instruction, it goes, I don't know, partly instructed. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Prompted, seldom prompted, independent. Well, all until you get to independent, yes, you're helping them, but nothing's really been learned because they need you. And so if they need you, have they learnt it? If you pulled yourself away and let them do it on their own, you might find out what they've learned. So to do that, to get that independence learning, because if you give them the whole thing, it might be too much. Yeah. Good evening, Keith Wilton. Yeah, if we were talking about J turns and Y turns and we gave them the whole thing, it might be too much. We could just pull the handbrake up and turn the wheel, mate. Carol Morley's in, David Carter's in, Ronnie Kell. Oh, thank you, Phil Knight. Full instruction, guided, prompted, seldom prompted, independent. I think I was, oh yeah, guided. I might have said, I don't know what I said. Trouble is not using it. It doesn't help, does it? Dave Gill's in. So, where was I? Bite-sized chunks. So to get that independence, give them a little bit. Something, and then you can see if they can do that little bit, and then you can add to it. And then you add practice and moving on. I'm reading, there's a message, there's a messenger bit going on while I'm talking, keeps coming up on my phone. It's got nothing to do with this conversation, but I'm obviously in a group and they're having a conversation. So, where was I? Oh yeah, practice. Allow them to practice. Now, the thing about practice has got to be. Shh. Hello, Liz. Hello, Kelvin. Hello, Steve. Yeah, practice should be in silence, shouldn't it? How will you know if they can do it if you have to go? So, I suppose if we were looking at learning outcomes. Hello, Lou. Good evening to you. Looking forward to seeing you on Sunday. Just finished my presentation. Yeah, so that'll be interesting. Looking forward to listening to yours though. We could look at driving just really simply then. You know, if we're looking at learning outcomes, thank you for the smiley face. You could just look at, I mean, what is driving? I mean, I'm just trying to think about and analysing. It's just a series of moving off and slowing down. I mean, do we do anything else? Oh, we might change a little bit of direction. Because there's only two things you can do in it. In driving, I mean, this you can change speed or you can change direction. There's not a lot else to it. That makes it really quite simple. Hello, James. Hello, Joe. It's not that simple though, is it? Because things get in the way. the brain gets in the way, the emotions get in the way. Being able to think at 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 miles an hour, it's not as simple as that. So, learning outcomes. I've just got myself distracted, didn't I? You need to know, and the client needs to know, what those learning outcomes are. Because if you don't know, how do you know anything's been learned? And if they don't know, how do they know they've learned anything? Yeah. And I suppose this has prompted me because someone was talking to me only the other day and these words come up. The general drive. What about the main aspect of driving is observation? You can do it with your eyes shut, Jim. But of course it is. Observation, taking in that information, using that information and giving information. I was just trying to simplify things, Jim. You could add loads and loads to what I've just said. So, yeah, take your point. Let's come back to the general drive. So if you set up and you do a general drive, why are you doing a general drive? Is it really an assessment? Is that what it is? Is that why you do a general drive? Because you can't remember what they were doing last week? Or they might sometimes, and they fool you, don't they? They magically progress. So you could change that, couldn't you? You know, if it's going to be a general drive, how long for? The whole hour? 5 minutes? 10 minutes? And you might have some stuff in mind. I mean, I used to do these at the beginning of a lesson and just do like a mini assessment because there was something happening in the previous lesson and I didn't want to mention it, you know. I suppose I can give you an example. Oh yeah, looking down at the gear lever. Yeah, I can remember things. Yeah, where hello Sarah, hello Lizzle. You know, when a client they look down at the gear lever and you tell them not to look down at the gear lever, and as Jim says, observation, they should look where they're going. But you know, you might have a good one, and then every now and again, and then all of a sudden, that lesson, they're just looking down at the gear lever. And I think, okay, so I'll mention it a few times, but they're not getting out of the habit. And I think I'm teaching them something else. So I'll leave it, but I'll make a note of it. And then next week, I might just kick off the lesson with the general drive, but actually, it's just an assessment. I'll ask that, obviously, I'm negotiating this with them, but I want to see, because sometimes I can just wave my magic wand and the fault just disappears. I'm sure you've all you know, experienced this, that actually they were doing this last week and now this week they're not. And the thing about it is I don't want to mention it because as soon as I mention, hiya Sarah, as soon as I mention, oh, last week you were looking down at the gear lever, guess what I've done? Sown the seed. Yeah, and you know they're going to be going, oops, and you're going to be going, don't look at the gear lever, and they're going to be going, and you'll be going, don't look at the gear lever. You spend all lesson, and they'll be going. Sometimes it's best just to forget these things, make a note of it, come back to it, yeah, because sometimes it just disappears. So let's think about these learning outcomes. If we were trying to make sure learning takes place, we want to know what they're going to learn. They need to know what they're going to learn. Can we measure what they're going to learn? Or they say, was I? Yeah, Steve, you're right. Yeah, yeah. Was I looking at the gear lever? Yeah, no, yes, you were. And then what you don't want, though, is you don't have a row about it. Well, no, I wasn't. Yes, you was. No, I wasn't. Yes, you were. I mean, this is just a waste of time. Sometimes you just got to let it go. It's not worth the battle. There's other times you can come back to it. Yeah. You know, I used to, you know, if you're desperate, you can play games, can't you? You know, I'll charge you £1 every time you look at it. Those sort of things. Some people are motivated by that. So, right, I'm going to wrap this up. Learning outcomes. Make sure you know what's going to be learned. Make sure they know what's going to be learned. Do it in bite-sized chunks. Give them an opportunity to be independent. Now, before I go, hands up if you're going to the business summit on Sunday. Yeah, I can see you all putting your hands up now. If you're not, why not? I want a written letter from both parents and both grandparents if you're not going. Hello, Dave. Long time. Welcome. So, and if you want to come, drop me a PM and I'll see what I can do about it. And I'll get you on my guest list if need be. So, until Sunday. Oh yeah, because I've got doing a driver workshop for what am I doing tomorrow? Sarah Hall. Sorry, family commitments. Get rid of them. Yeah. I'm doing a driver workshop for the Freight Transport Association tomorrow. So I enjoy them. Michael Brown, stay in Scotland, far away. Look, mate, I've been in Scotland this week, and now I'm in Ashford, Kent. Mansfield, somewhere in the middle of that. So don't give me your grief. Yeah, got a car, will travel, as they say. Evening, Martin. So, okay, guys and girls, I'm going to love you and leave you. So, to all the boys and to all the girls, until the next time, yeah, have a wonderful evening, and I'll catch up with you all soon. Cheers, bye.